Good morning and welcome to Forex Morning Briefing. Today is Monday. It is March 10th, 2014, and it is 8:27 a.m. Eastern Time. Let's start by taking a look at the major economic releases for today. And we have at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time, we have news from Australia. We have the NAB Business Confidence. And later on in the day, still tentative, we have the Bank of Japan press conference and the monetary policy statement. So the Japanese yen is going to be in focus today, as well as the Aussie. So let's start by taking a look at the major key levels in the major currency pairs for today. So we're going to start with the euro dollar. This is the daily chart, and as you can see right now, the euro dollar is trading at 1.3880. So around this area, it is creating a lot of pressure right here, a lot of buying pressure right very close into the 1.3900, which marks this double top right here. And let me remind you that the euro dollar is into a void, into a clear void up to the 1.400 level and even higher. So if this strength continues on the daily chart, on the intraday chart, you could see on the 4-hour here, we have a really tight consolidation going on right now, and it is looking really, really bullishly as of right now, with definite support formed at 1.3850, which is a fulcrum area, and also there is a minor support area at 1.3825 area. So the more we consolidate into this area, the more we consolidate very close to the 1.3900 level, the more bullish we look. Now, let's continue with our pound dollar currency pair. And as you can see it right here, back down into support level. And we do have support at 1.6600, which is a whole number level. Now, let's recap last week's price action. And we did have quite a bullish price action last week that sent the pound dollar into not a new high, but set into a resistance area of 1.6783, and also we were looking for a break of that 1.6800, so above this level right here that was formed back in February 17th. So nevertheless, it is a very strong chart pattern, especially, and this is the 4-hour chart. We're going to take a look at the daily chart as well. You can see it right here. So a lot of support, and this is also coming from this previous swing high that is creating the shelf of support right here. So 1.6600 is likely to hold, but if this area is not going to hold, this might project the the pound dollar into a much larger tradable void, into the 1.6300 area. So this is on our watch list. Again, let me remind you that on Tuesday we do have some economic releases that are coming in at 5:30 a.m. Eastern Time, and at 6 a.m. we have manufacturing, production, and inflation report hearings, and these are going to be all the economic releases for this week from the UK. And at the same time, we're going to take a look at these numbers, and this might be in play for Tuesday. So stay tuned for a signal for those of you that are into the program. So nevertheless, if we're getting a turnaround here for today, and any breakout of 1.6800 can project the pound higher into the 1.6900 and higher. And I'm going to take you on the weekly chart so you can see right here why is it having such a hard time, because back in it's setting new highs from back in May 2011. So that's why it's having such a hard time. That's why it's having such a consolidation right here, a very strong consolidation nevertheless. So on to the monthly chart, you can see right here is trying to challenge these previous highs right here from 2011 and even from 2009. So into a lot of resistance right here. So like I said, watch for 1.6800 to trade higher, and a break under this area right here of 1.6600 that can project it back lower into the 6300 area. Let's take a look at the euro yen, and like I said, the yen is going to be our focal area, our focal currency pair, and you can see right here, let me just delete these lines real quick. And you could see the beautiful trajectory higher. You could see that it broke resistance right here. We had last week a beautiful news play in the euro yen that projected it higher. We booked profits into a resistance area, but it's still consolidating bullishly above this minor resistance area right here, above the above 143 level. So this definitely can project it higher into the 145 area. So watch for a continuation pattern into the euro yen right here. Onto the 4-hour chart, you could see that all the currency pairs are just trying to grind higher. You could see it right here. They're either grinding, they're not a spectacular breakouts at this moment, but nevertheless we do have bullish price action into the euro. Let's switch to the dollar yen right here. Dollar yen grinding higher as well. Breakout of this sloppy resistance above 102.74 is projecting this currency pair slightly higher right here. Like I said, like I said last week, we were looking for this breakout right here over 102.74. That will mark the break of this region right here, of this zone. And nevertheless, it reached a lot of resistance, so therefore that's why a lot of profit taking into this area, a lot of consolidation going on right here. But nevertheless, it has room to continue higher into the 105 level. So watch for a continuation pattern into the 105 level. But if we slip lower into the 102, we're going to slip in the same mess right here. So for those of you that are day traders, you could actually play within this range. Now let's take a look at the Aussie dollar, and let me remind you that today 8:30 we have the NAB business confidence release at 8:30 a.m. Eastern time. So you can see right here into resistance, peekaboo new high and back down. You could see the price trading right now at 0.9031. So it does have room. It's set the stage for a continuation lower. Guess where the area is? 0.8900. And we did have a short position in the Aussie. We did have a peekaboo new low right here. It took us in and then took us out. And not very happy about that, but it is a calculated risk, and therefore we're going to continue to monitor the Aussie. And tonight after 8:30, we're going to take a look at the Aussie. And let me remind you that for today, this is the only major economic release from Australia. So this is going to set the stage right here for a continuation lower or for a breakout higher. So this is definitely going to be on our watch list for tonight after 8:30 p.m. Eastern time. And the last currency pair for today, we're going to take a look at the dollar Canadian dollar. And this is the daily chart right here. And it's been trading rather sloppy. We did actually capture a beautiful short in this currency pair right here. Never follow through as projected into this support area at 1.0910. It just reversed, and it's still acting within this support and resistance level, and we have definite support right here at 1.0950, and we do have a lot of resistance right here into this area of these previous two highs that you have right here of 1.1150. Thank you so much for tuning in for today, and stay tuned for tomorrow and tomorrow's bias, and thank you again for joining me this morning. I'll see you next time.